everybody. I'm Dr. Wanda Jean Jones, and today I'm going to be your digital coach. We're talking about promoting emotional intelligence in childcare. And you might be wondering, what in the heck is EQ, or your emotional quotient? It's all about your level of emotional intelligence. Now, according to thought leader Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence is a set of personal and social competencies. Personal competence consists of awareness, confidence, self-regulation, conscientiousness, and motivation. It's all of those things that make you, you. Some people may say to you, wow, you are very empathetic, and oh, you really seem to understand what I'm feeling. That's probably because you have a high EQ. And then you might come across some people who are really distant and they're very aloof when it comes to their emotions. Like, does anything ever shake you? Hello. Those individuals may have a little bit less of an EQ, but guess what? There is no wrong or right level of EQ to have. The only thing that we should be aware of is that when your emotional quotient is not at a particular level, especially when it comes to interacting with other human beings, it could actually hurt you, or it could hold you back a little bit. And so that's why we're trying to think about, how do we start this conversation, even at the level of childcare? How do we get the kids started on their right foot? That's what this is all about today. So emotional competency is related to a child's social emotional development when it comes to the milestones. And intelligence is related to a child's cognitive development in milestones. So now we're kind of bridging the gap between the two developmental milestones. And as you know, teacher, none of the milestones exist by themselves. Physical is attached to cognitive, is attached to social emotional, as well as language and communication. So they're all intertwined, but we're going to really be touching on the cognitive portion as well as definitely social emotional. When a child has an opportunity to grow in a healthy and supportive learning environment, they're going to develop emotional intelligence according to their developmental milestones. For example, most 2-year-old children can understand when someone is hurt or upset, and they'll mirror that person's sadness by frowning or saying, did you hurt yourself? Are you okay? Or, uh-oh. So those are sort of those preliminary signs of a healthy emotional intelligence that's being grown up in that child. A 2-month-old baby might not have a reaction to this at all. And we wouldn't expect that now, would we? But a 4-year-old child will not only recognize someone else's pain, but also ask, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? And then sometimes if there's an adult who says, oh my gosh, if you do that in front of a 4-year-old, the 4-year-old might get alarmed and say, what's wrong with you? If you've ever seen that or had that experience, you know what I'm talking about. Those 4-year-olds, kids say the darndest things at that age. And so they're absolutely developing that inquisitive nature that also comes with having a very healthy emotional intelligence developmental milestone happening. So a 4-year-old might even offer to have a hug, or, oh, did something happen? Can I help you? Did you have a boo-boo? Let me kiss it. Those sorts of things. And so all 3 of these ages that we just talked about were exhibiting normal growth in their social, emotional, and cognitive development milestones. And so you and I, as early child care providers, you can teach children positive ways to manage their emotions and to have relationships with other people in a very healthy way, and also promote emotional intelligence in your classroom. So as with any other skill or ability, children can practice communicating and showing the appropriate emotional response in any given situation. You can do a lot to help children understand the right reactions to the right situations. And so it's fun to do that in a classroom environment. It's fun to talk about emotions and explore those emotions in the classroom. So in doing so, you're preparing children to be competent adults who will use good, sound judgment throughout their lives and be very productive. That's what this course is all about. But in order to teach others, we're also going to learn a little bit about ourselves. So I hope that you're open to going on a journey with me today in understanding your own level of emotional intelligence. What's your EQ? Don't tell me, because you're going to take an assessment coming up in the next couple of clicks. So thank you so much for joining me on this course and on this journey. Let's get started.